We got another attempt at character development with Cesaro. I want to talk about this. He cut a promo before the match with the returning Bad News Barrett, and he alluded to the comments that Vince McMahon made on Steve Austin's podcast about how he has no charisma, he doesn't connect with the fans. So they played off of that. Cesaro says he doesn't care if he connects with the fans. Nobody can touch him when it comes to his ability inside the ring, which, by the way, the crowd popped for when he said that. And I'm not talking about a few fans in the front row, like a few smart fans. There were loud applause when Cesaro made that comment about his in-ring ability. You think Vince McMahon heard that? Of course not. The only thing Vince McMahon heard was Cesaro botching his line at the end of the promo when he meant 4 sides of the ring. Instead, he said 4 ropes. There are 4 ropes, he said. I'm the best thing in these 4 ropes. And that was it. That will follow him now for the rest of his career, which I'm still hoping ends with him going to New Japan at some point later this year. This actually was not a great promo. I'm not going to sit here and try to convince everybody that it was just because I like the guy, but I have little faith they're going to actually give him more chances after this. They should. They should let him go out there more often and cut promos and get better, and I have no faith. I have no faith that they're going to do that. It's like Matt Hardy. Yeah, I could use Matt Hardy as an example. If you remember, when Matt Hardy came back and he was doing that feud with Edge, they were playing off the stuff that happened with Edge and Lita in real life. And I think it was actually Vince McMahon who may have been the one in the ring to introduce Matt Hardy, and he handed him the microphone, and that was his big moment. That was Matt Hardy's big moment in the spotlight, and he did not deliver. It was not a great promo at all. And I don't remember them giving him promo time after that. I mean, we're going back like a decade now. I could be wrong, but he had his one big moment in the spotlight. He didn't deliver, and that was it. That was the end of it. And I think every time he went in the ring with Edge, except maybe in that cage match, they did have that cage match on I think it was Unforgiven. But I remember like the match at SummerSlam, another one of those things that got stopped because Edge was kicking too much ass. And then they did the match on Raw where I think Matt lost and he was like banished to the SmackDown brand or something. I mean, they didn't do that guy any favors. And all it took was one time. They give you one chance, and if you don't deliver, that's the end of it. They put you in the fucking scrap heap. And that's exactly what they're going to do with this guy now. And it's not fair, but that's just how it is. And you know what? Even if he didn't botch that line in the promo, he went out there, he cut this promo. Let's say the promo went off without a hitch, right? Everything went great. He said everything he was supposed to say. It got a reaction from the crowd. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. It's not as though they actually had a plan for this guy because he ended up losing. He cut this promo, and then he goes and he loses to Wade Barrett with the bullhammer. And you know what makes me really angry about the way they booked Cesaro since they made him a Heyman guy, and then it was all downhill from there? I had completely forgotten about this, but somebody in our Facebook group posted a link to a match last year, not even a full year ago, on SmackDown between Cesaro and Randy Orton. Orton was the WWE World Heavyweight Champion at the time. He had both belts. And this is when they were trying to give Cesaro some credibility going into the Elimination Chamber match. And Cesaro pinned Randy Orton, the World Champion, clean in the middle of the ring with the neutralizer. Let me repeat that again. Cesaro pinned Randy Orton clean in the middle with the neutralizer. And then Michael Cole talked about what a career-defining moment that was for Cesaro. And what makes me so fucking angry when I see that is what a complete and total waste that win turned out to be. How many times does the WWE Champion lose cleanly on TV? How many times has Randy Orton lost cleanly on TV in the last year? Not very often. So you would think when something like that does happen, you better make it mean something, right? But that's not how things work in WWE. And that frustrates me to no end. I was so angry after watching that video, and I just remember being so happy and shocked and impressed, but happy when it first happened, and now I can't even watch that. It makes me so mad. Luke Harper pinned Jack Swagger in an empty arena match. At least that's how it felt. It was as silent as I can ever remember it being for a match on Raw. Not even so much as a heckling fan, just silence for most of the match. At least Harper got a win. He actually ended 2014 with the most losses of anybody in WWE. He lost 136 times last year. And that's according to @WrestlingFacts on Twitter. It's too bad they didn't give him a Slammy for that.